Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family. Because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
Stop everything you're doing right now, because what happened last night has left the entire entertainment world in absolute shock. Watch now. Liu Yuning proposes to Zhao Lucy live, right in front of millions of fans. Was it love, destiny, or the boldest move in Chinese entertainment history? Stay with Update X24H, because this is the moment everyone is talking about. That evening began like countless others for Xiao Lucy. She sat comfortably in her home studio, speaking warmly to her devoted audience, answering questions about her daily life, skincare routines, and the projects she had on the horizon. It was the kind of intimate, casual interaction that her fans cherished, a reminder of why she had built a following of millions across Asia and beyond. The mood was light, familiar, and ordinary. Yet within minutes, everything would change in a way no one could have anticipated. As her words flowed effortlessly, the atmosphere shifted. A shadow moved in the background of the camera frame, at first subtle, almost unnoticeable. Viewers watching live wondered if it was a trick of the light, or perhaps a staff member entering the room. But as the figure drew closer, the realization hit. This was no assistant. The tall frame, casual hair, and familiar presence belonged unmistakably to Liu Yuning. For a split second, the livestream seemed to hold its breath, and so did Zhao Lucy. Her reaction was pure and unscripted. She turned sharply, her face caught in the camera's high-definition clarity, her eyes widening in genuine disbelief. It was a look that fans would later analyze frame by frame, calling it the most authentic expression they had ever seen from her. She looked not only surprised but deeply vulnerable, caught between the routine of her work and the sudden intrusion of a man who had always been surrounded by rumors of closeness with her. The very air in the room seemed to grow heavier, charged with an intensity that her viewers could feel across screens thousands of miles away. In that moment, the ordinary became extraordinary. Fans who had tuned in expecting casual conversation suddenly realized they were witnessing something historic. The comments section, which just moments earlier had been filled with light-hearted chatter, erupted into a storm of questions, exclamations, and disbelief. Some screamed with joy, others speculated wildly, but everyone was united in a single feeling. This was no longer just another live stream. It was the beginning of a story that would shake the entertainment world. A moment where two lives collided in the most public and unforgettable way possible. And Zhao Lucy, still visibly stunned, seemed to know that nothing after this night would ever be the same again. The silence that followed Liu Yuning's unexpected entrance carried a weight that no one watching could ignore. Zhao Lucy sat frozen, her hands gripping the edge of her desk, her breath shallow, as the man who had long been the subject of rumors and whispered speculations moved closer into the light of the camera. In his hand was a small, unmistakable object, the kind of detail that could not be misinterpreted even through a glowing screen. It was a ring box, and with its appearance, the energy of the live stream shifted from casual intimacy to electrifying anticipation. Within seconds, the viewer count surged, climbing into the millions as word spread across social platforms. Every eye was fixed on Liu Yuning. His tall frame seemed both commanding and vulnerable as he stopped in front of Zhao Lucy. His voice, steady but trembling faintly at the edges with emotion, broke the tension. He admitted he had been waiting for this moment for months, that the weight of his feelings could no longer be contained, and that he had chosen this very instant to reveal them not just to her, but to the world. His words were simple yet carried a force that shook the millions listening. Then, with deliberate grace, he sank to one knee, raising the small box and revealing the glimmer of the ring inside. The room seemed to collapse into stillness. The sound of his question, "Will you marry me?" lingered in the air, echoing not only in the small studio but across millions of devices tuned in from Asia, America, Europe, and beyond. For Zhao Lucy, the moment was overwhelming. Her hands flew to her mouth, her eyes shimmering with tears that she tried and failed to contain. Every part of her body betrayed the gravity of what had just unfolded. For the audience, it was as though time itself had slowed. Screenshots of her expression, equal parts disbelief and raw emotion, flooded the internet instantly, each image becoming a piece of history. This was not just a proposal. It was a collision of private love and public spectacle, a merging of the intimate and the global. The line between performance and reality blurred, leaving viewers unsure whether they were witnessing romance or theater, sincerity or strategy. But for those who watched in that heartbeat of silence, when love and vulnerability met under the harsh clarity of live broadcast, the world felt united in a single shared gasp, holding on to see how she would answer. For a moment that seemed endless, the world held its breath. Zhao Lucy sat perfectly still, her hands pressed tightly against her mouth as though holding back words too powerful to release. Her eyes shimmered under the studio lights, reflecting both disbelief and the dawning realization of what had just happened. The weight of Liu Yuning's question hung in the air, magnified by the millions of unseen faces staring at their screens. Silence, usually empty, now felt alive, pulsing with anticipation, as though time itself had slowed to test the strength of her emotions. The live stream chat, once a playful stream of emojis and casual comments, had erupted into chaos. Messages in countless languages flooded the screen faster than the eye could follow, yet none of them mattered in that moment. Every viewer was locked onto Xiao Lucy's expression, searching for meaning in the smallest flicker of her eyes, the tremble of her lips, the way her chest rose and fell with each shallow breath. To those watching, it felt as though they were intruding on something deeply private, yet they could not look away. Her reaction was not the polished composure of a celebrity accustomed to the spotlight. Instead, it was raw, unguarded, and painfully human. The tears that formed in her eyes were not for performance. They were the visible proof of a heart overwhelmed by love, shock, and the sudden collision of private life with public spectacle. Fans later described the sight as both beautiful and heartbreaking. The vulnerability of someone caught between personal desire and the enormity of what the world expected her to say. When she finally found her voice, it broke the silence like sunlight piercing through clouds. Her words were quiet, trembling, but unshakably sincere. Yuning, yes, I will marry you. With that simple answer, the atmosphere transformed instantly. The studio filled with her laughter and tears, the live stream surged to record-breaking numbers, and the internet erupted into waves of celebration, disbelief, and analysis. For those who had been watching, the moment felt almost sacred. They had witnessed not a scripted drama, but a chapter of life unfolding in real time, carrying with it all the imperfection, beauty, and intensity that only genuine emotion can deliver. From that instant, nothing for Zhao Lucy, for Liu Yuning, or for the millions who shared the moment would ever feel quite the same again. The global impact. Within hours, hashtags like #Liu Proposal and #Zhao Lucy Engaged dominated Twitter, TikTok, and Weibo, trending in more than 20 countries. News outlets across the US, Europe, and Asia scrambled to cover the story. But the ripple effect didn't stop there. Fashion magazines analyzed Zhao Lucy's outfit, jewelry experts zoomed in on the ring to guess its value, and brands linked to both stars saw their stock prices rise the very next morning. This was no longer just a love story. It had become a global cultural moment, debate and mystery. Yet, as with every great drama, there are questions. Was this a spontaneous gesture of true love? Or a carefully planned moment designed to capture maximum attention? Some industry insiders noted the flawless camera angles and crystal-clear audio, even speculating that Liu Yuning might have been wearing a hidden microphone. Others believe this was simply the rawest, most genuine display of love the entertainment world has seen in years. No matter which side you choose to believe, one thing is certain. This moment has changed everything. The bigger picture. For fans, it was romance straight out of a fairy tale. For critics, it was a masterclass in publicity. But for Zhao Lucy and Liu Yuning, it might just be the beginning of a new chapter. One filled with both love and incredible responsibility. Imagine the pressure. Two stars, both brand ambassadors, both tied to billion-dollar industries, now stepping into the spotlight as an official couple. It's not just their love story. It's a cultural shift, one that may redefine how celebrity relationships are shared with the world. And so, dear viewers, the question remains. Did we just witness the most romantic proposal of the decade? Or the most brilliant PR stunt in entertainment history? What do you think? Was it love or was it strategy? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you for watching Update X24H. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and ring the bell so you never miss the next big drama shaking the entertainment world. Stay inspired, stay connected, and we'll see you in the next update.